Hello, this is Myra Elaine on the Buying Space channel. I'm doing a mail call, and this is from Denise. This is from Teresa, Yarn Again. This is from Virtual Shopkeeper DD. This is from Becky. This is from the other Becky. This is from Nana Tinks. This is from Victoria. And this is from Two Old Guys Vintage and Resale. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put Two Old Guys Vintage and Resale up here. And I'm going to put Becky, who I was introduced to from Two Old Guys Vintage and Resale. And Becky, the other Becky, who it's Becky's Vintage and More, up here on this package, because they were both introduced to me on Two Old Guys Vintage and Resale, Mark and Michael's channel. And here's Victoria, and here's Trish, who are on together on each other's channels through the family network. What do they call themselves? But anyway, they are on together, and they have a telephone number. You can have it be on their list, and when they go on, which is, I think it's Monday through Friday now. I think it's every weeknight, almost, they auction. And they are on there with Brenda, who's absolutely fabulous, and also Joe Mouse from Joe Mouse Creations, and with Marion Hilton. And here's Denise. She's kind of independent. She might show up at other places. And here we have Virtual Shopkeeper DD, who also, she does her own thing on her own channel, but she is the other person I hadn't mentioned yet that auctions with Victoria, Nana Tinks, Joe, Brenda, and Marion Hilton. And Dee Dee is also on that channel. And they have a number, and they text you. It's very clever. They text you every single solitary time that they're on, and they rotate channels. So you never know whose channel they're going to be on. So you end up knowing what channel to go to. And it's funny, the other week, Brenda was sick. They were still on Brenda's channel on Brenda's day, or in the rotation that she's supposed to be in. Since there are 6 of them, it's not that one of them has a specific day of the week, but you know anyway. So, and here we have a package from Teresa. Teresa's not on with this channel. She is on, she's been on with a little bit of everybody, and then she's on her own channel too. So that's my haul for this week. It's frosted outside. I went to the post office the day we had a frost warning here, and this is Florida. So it's been a cold winter. And for those of you that are unaware, the polar vortex is melting. Because of global warming, the polar vortex is melting. And when the icebergs and all of that melt, it puts all that cold and moisture into the atmosphere, and it creates more of cold climate conditions, even though the planet is warming. We're getting those cold climate conditions because the planet is warming. If the polar vortex, if it wasn't warm enough for the polar vortex and the icebergs and all of that to melt, um, warm enough for all that to melt, we wouldn't have these colder conditions. We would continue to have the weather that we're used to. But the planet is constantly changing. So, it's life on Earth. You could have an earthquake or a flood or hurricane in your life. And, you just sometimes just have to move or, deal with the conditions you have where you have them. I know during hurricane season, um, Floridians have to move all over, or evacuate all over and just continually be, you know, going to the store and buying, the bread and the toilet paper and the milk. And then in the winter, the northern part of our country has to do all of that to, pin down for blizzards. But I'm telling you right now, even though we're not having a blizzard here, we're just having a frost. We are staying home unless we have to go out because we're not used to this cold. We're not used to it to being 30 degrees. Now, I have complete sympathy for you all out there that are in weather that's like negative 30 degrees. I really do feel sorry for you, but we also are suffering because it's the amount of difference between your warmest weather and your coldest weather. The range of difference might not be that much wider this winter than it is in one place than it is another. But I just wanted to say that somebody mentioned that in the chat the other day, and the host did not read my response, and I was like, okay, you're going to read his response about, how is there, not mocking global warming, but you're not going to read my response that explains why we have colder weather now with our planet warming. So I just wanted to say that because sometimes I say things in chat and they're ignored. We all have that experience because, the host gets to run their channel the way they want, absolutely. But sometimes I want my sidebar conversations talked about. And you know what? I got my own channel. I'm not mad at the host. He has a focus and he stayed on his focus. And I completely respect that. But I'm on my channel now and I can talk about what people are talking about and or what people are saying in our society in general, and to get my word out too. Like people should know. So I'm going to go ahead and have myself some breakfast, and then later I'll be unboxing. Have a wonderful and blessed day, and stay warm on our ever changing planet.